Hi folks, and welcome to Mr. Herbert's Science Class. Today I'm going to show you a few of the radios I've collected over the years in my RC career and just tell you a little bit about them, and I hope you enjoy this. I especially want you to take a look at these radios behind me. These are the very first two radio control systems that were commercially available for digital proportional radio controls by Phil Kraft of Kraft Radio Control Systems in Vista, California. The very first one, which I'm going to show you, is the big one. That actually was invented and built up by Jerry Pullen, and Phil Kraft put it together, and that became the Kraft Pullen Proportional. So I really hope you all enjoy all this, and we'll see you in a little bit. Radios for the storm launchers. I've got my first radios for the coaxial helicopters here, and let's see, here is my Spectrum's DX6i that I use in my Blade, and above that of course is one of my favorite all-time radios, which is the high-tech Prism 7X. And let's see what we've got over here. I've got some unusual radios. This radio right here is the one for my Microfly, and it is an interesting LED emitting infrared radio. There's the radio for my Honeybee up there. Coming across on this side, let's see, the radio for my Park Zone Cessna Centurion. And here of course is another one of my really favorite radios. One of the first computer radios on the market was the high-tech Eclipse 7. Okay, then as we move over here, I've got another storm launcher radios. I've got some radios for my radio controlled motorcycle. There's a Kraft one there. The radio for my submarine, which is right there. Some batteries and servos and radios for Havocs and cars and storm launchers and all different kinds of stuff. And then if we look down here, there is a set of radios. Let's go take a look at that. These are just sitting up here on my shelf, folks. Nothing in any particular order. I'm looking at a high-tech 3-channel right there. That's the best way to get started if you're getting ready to start flying RC and you only want a 3-channel radio. Right next to it's a Control Air, which is a single stick pulse radio from Galloping Ghost days. And then next to that is a single stick Logitrol, which was made by EK Products Inc. Then next to that is another Control Air Galloping Ghost radio. This also had a single stick configuration and not a knob like the Logitrol. Next to that are some Kraft, another 3-channel Kraft, a real flight simulator transmitter. I've got a Futaba Attack, a couple of Kraft radios there. And we go up here to this shelf. Here we have some Havoc radios and Airhog Stuff radios. Next to that, that's a Cox single stick radio that was one of the first on the market. Next to that, some Futaba Focus, which is high-tech, a Futaba 6-channel, another Attack 4, which is Futaba. There is a Cirrus radio right there, one of the first digital proportional companies that was sold for Hobby Shack and now Hobby People. Here we have another Cirrus, Cox Sanwa. I've got some radios, more Futaba radios there, single stick radios, and we come over here to another high-tech radio. There is one of the first Kraft proportional servos, and there's another one, and of course there is the Signature Series radio I built for myself when I worked at Kraft Systems. And now the second generation radio, which is this one right here, of the successful Kraft pull-in proportional radio, and this of course is my pride and joy, soon to be on display probably at the Radio Control Hall of Fame. And this was the first proportional radio available, and it was invented by Jerry Pullen. It's called a Pullen Proportional. It is huge, and we're going to take a closer look at it. Okay, this is quite a radio, I must tell you. The size of it is staggering. It's quite heavy, and it is also got charging jack here, your on-off switch, which is here, big old toggle switch. You had a battery tester switch right here, and when you push this, it would test the batteries on the meter. And we have two sticks. Phil Kraft was a Mode 1 flyer. So this is throttle on the right stick, and there is still ailerons. The left stick was your elevator and rudder. So this is quite different than Mode 2 that we fly now, but that's the way it was in the beginning. Let's open this thing up inside. I want to show you the trim switches on this are knobs that rotate a long way, and you would never know. That's all the way over to the left, all the way over to the right. So you really, unless you could see that mark there was no way to tell whether you were trimmed right. And if you bump this any time while you were flying, of course you have to start all over. The other trims are up on this side, which is much easier to reach than the way they are today. And let's go ahead and take a look inside. Like I said, this is a pull-in proportional. This is Phil Kraft's first baby, and there were very few of these manufactured. When Phil Kraft and Kraft Systems went out of business, that's how I obtained it, because they were cleaning up and Phil gave this to me himself. Let's open it up and look inside. Okay folks, these are actually NiCad batteries, which was really new stuff at the time. They're button cells that are in there, and you can see the potentiometers for adjusting the trims and the actual circuit board that was hand built. And it looks a little bit unusual by today's standards. We wrote this over, and here you can see this is the encoder section. And up here is the RF section, and of course these coils were tuned by Phil Kraft himself to get the proper frequency. So there's what it looks like inside, folks. I must say it's really an interesting radio. Again, it's quite huge, and I hope you enjoyed all of this as much as I did showing off my stuff again. So have a great day and happy flying. Bye-bye.